Hi, I'm Dr. Rhoberta Shaler, the Relationship Help Doctor. And today I want to talk to you about tripping over the trash of the past. It's true. Many people are tripping over the trash of the past much of their days, in many of their relationships. They're hauling that old stuff along like a Santa Claus bag over their shoulder, and they're getting tired. And when they get tired, they get more annoyed and irritated. So are you tripping over the trash of your past? Sometimes I think it's like this. You go to the door and your friend is standing there and she has a great big bag of dripping garbage on her shoulder. And you invite her in and you're noticing she has this bag of dripping garbage. And you invite her in, she has a cup of coffee, and you're sitting there talking, and right while you watch, she just upends that garbage right over your head. Now, who allowed that to happen? You allowed her to dump her accumulated past, her trash, on you. Are you dumping your accumulated trash and past on other people? Are you scattering it through your life? Are you bringing an old relationship and the ideas, resentments, and things that you learned there onto your new relationship? Pasting it into it as though it exists there? That's how we trip over the trash of the past. And it's not a good idea. You can tell that just by the way I'm talking about it. It weighs you down. It exhausts you. It can make you anxious. And yet, you like your story. Many people really are in love with their story, even if it's an ain't it awful and he, she done me wrong story. And they keep telling it. And every time they tell it, they relive the feelings. And again, there we are, back in the past. Not here, not with the present person, not with the present circumstances, but way back there, dragging the stuff along into the present moment. This is not great because most of that stuff is drama, right? And we don't have a good connotation for the term drama queen or drama king. In fact, we don't want to be that person, and we say we don't want to be around them, and yet we're often telling our stories of ain't it awfuls, aren't we? And we have great stories about other people and how they did us wrong, and we tell those, and we tell them to others, but at the same time we're telling them to ourselves. So on a cellular level, from a biological perspective, we're reliving it. So if you knew that you were damaging yourself every time you told an old story that caused you pain, would you keep doing it? And if you would, why would you do that? Because that doesn't demonstrate any self-care or self-love. And it's really hard to have a relationship in the present moment when you're dragging around the trash of the past. I've had so many people here in my practice say, well, I'm really afraid I can't trust my partner. I say, what evidence and reality do you have that you can't trust your partner? Well, I don't know, but the last 2 relationships I had, blah, blah, blah. Now, yes, you've had some things that have happened to you. But are you coloring your new relationship with the trash of the past? Are you saying, oh, because these 2 people treated me poorly and I allowed it, am I going to then say that my current partner is likely to do that? Or I'm afraid that my partner will do that when there's no indication at all that your current partner will do that? But what it does is it pushes you further apart. And when you're being pushed further apart, you can't move together. And the very closeness, the emotional bonding that you want, the emotional intimacy that you really hope for, you hope it's there somewhere waiting for you, you want it desperately, you're pushing it away. And it's all because of that story that you have. I remember a woman who was in one of my anger management classes. We were talking about this very thing. And she said, oh, I just love to hear my friends' drama. I love them to tell me the whole story and keep me up to date and everything. She said, I hate drama in my life. I don't talk about myself at all, but I love to hear other people's stories. And it was a real surprise to her when I said, you know, you're actually allowing people to damage themselves when you listen to their stories. Those stories of pain belong with a therapist or a counselor, not with your friends, because your friends can't do anything about it. All they can do is work with you from their limited experience, and it is not going to be helpful to you. In fact, you may end up having a pity party, and that won't go anywhere good. So if you are resonating with this, if you realize that you do trip over the trash of your past, get some help. Walk with a therapist like me, a counselor, or whatever. Walk with us and let us walk with you so that you can find those places that no longer serve you, that are no longer operant, or neither do you want them to be operant in your life, and they may even be damaging your relationships in the present moment. You really can give up the trash of the past, but you have to be willing. And I know that you'll find lots of good ideas for that. And in particular, if you're with a couple, if you're in a couple right now, if you're dating or loving or living with or married to somebody, it's really important to look at all of the strategies and techniques and insights in Kaizen for Couples, smart steps to save, sustain, and strengthen your relationship. And you'll find all of that at my website, coupleology.com. Talk soon.